Okay, so good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening. We're here at Santi, two unfamiliar faces. I'm Ayupeka, who, for those of you who don't know me, but most of you do. And Aya Karunika is away this evening. So we have instead, may I introduce you to Venerable Tehrika, Aya Tehrika, who has joined us for the Vasa from Sri Lanka. And she is a nun of 21 years, we calculated. So we are very, very blessed and honored to have her here. And perhaps some of you know her, but I will not do too much of an introduction because it is a very impressive introduction. So I will just ask Bhikkhuni please to continue with the program.
Sadhu. I seek permission from Bhikkhuni Sangha. Sadhu. Let's begin our guided meditation. First of all, we can do a guided meditation session. Then we will do 30 minutes Dhamma talk and 30 minutes Q&A session. Okay, are you ready to start guided meditation session? Yes. Yes, okay. Please sit comfortably. Slowly close your eyes. Pay your proper attention to your posture. Please bring your mind to the present moment. I'm sitting. Relax your mind and body. You should be aware of your posture. Then see your complete posture through your mind. pay your proper attention to your whole body. I am here. How do you feel your body? Whatever thoughts arise in your mind, good or bad, try to let go all the thoughts. Slowly bring your attention to your nostrils. Pay your attention to your breath. Be mindful to breathing in and breathing out. Basically, inhale and exhale. Be aware of your breath. Observe, inhale and exhale. with our peaceful mind, let us spread loving kindness for whole world to all beings. Metta is a beautiful thought. First, you have to forgive yourself. Ask forgiveness for others. I am at ease now. My mind is so peaceful. No anger. Let's start to spread loving kindness for all beings. May all beings be well and happy. May all beings be well and happy. May all beings free from suffering. May all beings free from anger. May all beings free from anger. May all beings be well and happy. May all beings be well and happy. Now slowly come out from your meditation. With your peaceful mind, with your relaxed mind, let's listen to Noble Dhamma. Today, I would like to talk about Parinyaya Sutta. My topic is today Parinyaya Sutta. It is mentioned Samyutta Nikaya, linked discourses, should be completely understood. Sutta name is should be completely understood. This is very interesting. Yeah. This is very interesting. Here, the Lord Buddha mentioned Parinyeyecha bhikkhave dhamme desessami. Parinyancha parinyata vincha pudgalam. Tang sunata. Mendicants, I will teach you the things that should be completely understood. Complete understanding, and the person who has completely understood. Listen. Katamecha bhikkhave parinyeya dhamma. Rupam bhikkhave parinyeyo dhammo. Vedana bhikkhave parinyeyo dhammo. Sanya bhikkhave parinyeyo dhammo. Sankara bhikkhave parinyeyo dhammo. Viññānam parinyeyo dhammo. Ime uchanti bhikkhave parinyeya dhamma. Here mentioned what things should be completely understood. This is the very important point. Today we are planning to talk about what things should be completely understood. You have to understand 5 facts, 5 things. Form, feeling, perception, choices, or we can call mental formations, and consciousness. These are called the things that should be completely understood. Katamacha bhikkave parinya ragakkayo dosakkayo mohakkayo ayam uchchati bhikkave parinya. What is complete understanding? The ending of greed, hate, and delusion. This is called complete understanding. Katamocha bhikkave parinyatavi putgalo arahatissa vachaniyam vayang ayasma evang namo evang gotto ayam uchchati bhikkave parinyatavi pudgaloti. What is the person who has completely understood? It should be said a perfected one. The venerable of such and such name and clan. This is called the person who has completely understood. This is very important sutta for practitioners. Especially, this is very good for bhikkhu, bhikkhus and laypersons. Why? What is the reason? This is very important. I'm sure many of you have heard this sutta or these facts before. We have heard about 5 khandhas, 5 aggregates. If you have idea and if you have wish to attain Nibbana, you should have to understand this. You must have to realize this. That's why Lord Buddha mentioned should be completely understood. Let's see what is 5 khandhas. What is 5 khandhas? What is 5 aggregates? We all know 5 aggregates are form. The first one is form, rupa. Feelings, vedana. Perception, sanya. Mental formations, sankara. Consciousness, vijnana. Yeah, you know very well. Yeah. The 5 khandhas, 5 aggregates, rupa, vedana, sanya, sankara, vijnana. Form, feelings, perception, mental formations, and consciousness. These 5 we should understand, we should be understood. What is the form? You know very well the form we call as body, our body. This body made up with 4 elements. You know very well our body made up with 4 elements. This body subject to change. Your body is subject to change. You have good understand and realization how this body made with 4 elements, or you can see your body as 32 parts. When you understand or when you realize this body made with 4 elements or with 32 parts, then you will get real understanding. There is no I. No, not me. But the deluded mind, with ignorance, we have idea this body is mine. I am here. This is my body. I, me, mine. We have wrong perceptions of our body. According to Lord Buddha's teachings, if you analyze what is the reality of body, if you can analyze right way with your samadhi means right view, if you can analyze, you may understand, you may completely realize the body is, this is the nature. This body, you can see every moment our body arises and passes away. Every second, you can see this reality. If you want to see this reality, you have to have a concentrated mind. Without concentrated mind, you can't see reality of your body. At the present moment, if you have a concentrated mind, now you can experience. Now you can experience how my body arises and ceases. While you are breathing, or while you are sitting, or while you are standing, at the every moment, your body arises, the body cells, you can see your body cells arise and cease. It means this body is subject to change. The reality of our body, this is impermanence, suffering, and non-self. This is the reality of our body. Same way, we have to realize rest of the khandhas, consciousness, feelings, perceptions, and mental formations. The most important thing is you have to know about consciousness. Consciousness is awareness. When the I sees form, consciousness knows it. In the same way, when the ear hears sound, when the nose smells odor, when the tongue experiences taste, when the body contacts tactile objects, and when the mind contacts with a mental object, consciousness becomes aware of it. The consciousness arises as eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness, and mind consciousness. You know very well how these consciousness arise in your mind. When the I sees form, I consciousness arise. When the ear hears sound, ear consciousness arise. These 6 consciousness, we have to understand what are these 6 consciousness: eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness, and mind consciousness. We should know how those things work. Since countless numbers of such consciousness arise, it is called the aggregates of consciousness. This consciousness too is impermanence, suffering, and non-self. We know very well this theory. This is the theory, but we have to pay our proper attention to the practical way. When you see something form, you have to realize, you have to understand how eye consciousness occurs, how it arises. When you hear sounds, at the same moment, you have to understand ear consciousness arises. Not only arises, you have to see very clearly with your clear comprehension. You have to see those consciousness arise and exit existence for a brief moment and cease. This is the reality of consciousness. You have to see how it arises, and you can see within few seconds the consciousness existence for a brief moment and cease. You have to apply this to your eye consciousness, to ear consciousness, to nose consciousness. Rest of the things you have to apply, and you have to see as it is. If you can see this reality, if you can see as it is, then you will realize there is no I, no me, not mine. This is no I, no me, not mine. You will realize. This is very important thing. You have to realize. If not, you may think, you may have sense of I factor. You may have idea of Sakkaya Ditthi. There is a person, he is doing something, or I am doing, I am talking. This is the I factor. According to Lord Buddha's teachings, you have to realize there is nothing. Only thing is arising and passing away. This is the reality of consciousness. As the same way, you have to understand about feelings. We know very well what are those feelings. Pleasant feelings, unpleasant feelings, neutral feelings. Whatever feelings arise in your mind, you have to recognize as a feeling. The first thing is, in the practical way, you have to recognize the feeling as a feeling. Then you can see, is this feeling pleasant or unpleasant or neutral? Whatever feelings, pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, you have to recognize as a feeling, just a feeling. Then you have to contemplate, you have to investigate what is the reality of these feelings. What is the reality? Reality is you have to understand impermanence, suffering, and non-self. When you are experiencing pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral feeling, first you have to recognize this is a feeling. But it is not permanent. That feeling is not permanent. When you suffer, you may experience unpleasant feeling, but it is not permanent. That feeling also, you can see the feeling arises and passes away. This is the reality of your feelings. You may experience pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, whatever feelings, those feelings are subject to change, impermanence, suffering, and non-self. As an example, you can see in this very moment, in the present moment, how these aggregates arise and cease. Let's see. Now, you are listening to Dhamma. At the present moment, all of you are listening to Dhamma. While you are listening to Dhamma, you can see how your mind works, how your mind works now. You can hear sound. Now you can experience this with your peaceful mind. You can hear external sound. Then it becomes ear consciousness. It becomes ear consciousness. While you are listening to Dhamma, ear consciousness arises and ceases at the same moment. And you can see how your feelings arise right now. Some may experience neutral feelings. Some may experience unpleasant. Somebody may experience pleasant feelings. Whatever feelings arise, it is subject to change. Pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral feelings arising and passing away. The same way, you can see perceptions in your mind. Many perceptions in your mind. The perceptions arise and cease. While you are listening to Dhamma, now you can see perceptions are arising and passing away. And mental formations, thought process, you can see thought process. Dhamma thoughts or whatever thoughts arise in your mind, the nature of thoughts are arising and passing away. It means all the time these 5 aggregates arise and cease. In this way, whatever you do, what really happens is the arising and ceasing of these 5 aggregates. That's all. Arising and ceasing of these 5 aggregates. The outside world is nothing but your own thoughts. In this way, when one clings to these 5 khandhas, they become the 5 clinging groups of khandhas instead of the 5 aggregates. This is the practical way we should understand and we should realize this is the reality of five khandhas. When we realize this truth, when we realize this reality, then definitely we can see there is no I in this body, in this fathom body, or in this mind. There is no I, there is no me, not mine. No I, me, mine. Just only a process. These are the very important Dhamma facts we should have to pay our attention, and we have to practice. This is the practical thing. This is just not only theoretical knowledge. We should have to apply for our day-to-day life, for our day-to-day activities, and we have to realize reality of five khandhas. I think time is over now. Let's move on to Q&A session.
Could I ask a question, please?
So, yeah.
Thank you, Aya. And thank you for speaking in such a measured way. Because the words could just sink in. You know, we speak so quickly. So thank you for the very measured pace that you took with the talk.
Thank you.
My question is, what you say makes perfect sense. What the Buddha says makes perfect sense. And yet, there is skeptical doubt. Not in the teachings, not in the wisdom of the teachings, but doubt that I might ever realize the teachings.
Mm.
How do I work with that?
Yeah, you have to start. You have to start. You have to start to practice insight meditation. If you practice insight meditation, this is the key factor. You should have to realize first you have to get knowledge about that. You can read regarding five khandha suttas, or you can listen to the Dhamma talks. Then you will get knowledge. Then you have to start to practice. You have to start to practice. In the simple way, you can start how this body made up. What is the reality of this body? Or you can start to understand. In the beginning, you may feel it is very difficult to do that. How can I understand those profound doctrine? You may feel those type of thoughts and negativities, but when you come to the path and when you see clearly these points, you may have interesting to find truth. I advise you may start to do this, especially you have to listen to Dhamma talks, especially regarding insight meditation or regarding five khandha, likewise advanced Dhamma talks, but you have to listen, and then you can keep in practicing. You don't worry about how can I do those profound things. Start is the most important. Then you can go step by step. Yeah, you have to start.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you.
Venerable Terika, hello, my name is Sandika. That was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I guess I can probably add to Nicola's question, because although intellectually you understand these things, I think I have the same issue. Like sometimes you understand, yes, you see feelings arising, passing away, you understand like that body changes, perceptions arise and pass away. But then that consciousness also ceases. Like there's times when you have
That
wisdom.
conscious also ceases time to time. Yeah.
Yeah. So the wisdom also arises and passes away.
Yes, yes, yes. The mental phenomena all the time that rises and passes away. That's true. But this is continuous practice. This is continuously you have to practice. If you practice only 1 week, then after 1 week, all the thing passes away. See, this is lifetime practice. Until our death, we have to keep practicing this path. No stop. Yeah. We have to keep practicing, especially to see those profound, deep Dhamma. We have to have a concentrated mind that Lord Buddha taught us. Samahito bhikkave bhikkhu yata bhutam pajanati. You can see and you can realize the truth with concentrated mind. It means with samadhi. Samadhi, samma samadhi is very important. You can practice your concentration, different type of levels. You can practice until jhanic levels. This concentration is very important. With the concentrated mind, only you can see reality of five khandhas. If not, we have enough of knowledge, theoretical knowledge, and we know all these things and theories. We know these are the keys and the things. You have to practice with good concentration. Then you can see as it is. At the very moment, you can see as it is. What is the reality? You don't want to think and you don't want to contemplate. Just practice. And yeah, you have to see, you have to keep in practicing for a long type of period, and not a period, I can't say for a week or for a year or likewise. You have to keep in practicing for your whole lifetime. Then day by day, or you may realize, oh, I have this type of understands now. Before my understand is this level, I am now bring that understand up to this level. You may see the differentiate. You may see, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, okay.
Teruan Saranai Venerable, perceptions via physical forms, example, eyes and ears, is easy to recognize in comparison to perceptions via mental objects. With respect, how to strengthen the skills to identify perceptions via mental objects without getting lost in a train of perceptions and sankharas afterwards. Much merit.
Yes. To identify, to recognize perceptions via mental objects, you can do this way. It is also very important question. See this way. If you can remember past things, your previous things, then you can imagine 5 years back how 5 years back how I was there, or like a mental objects. You can see everything, mental perfections you have already stored in your mind. You have already stored in your mind. If I say, can you go to the 5 years back? Definitely, you can imagine how was 5 years back, where I was. Likewise, you can remember some significant points. Those are mental perceptions. Mental perceptions. Like, I'll give you an example. You can imagine the 1 week ago, you have offered dana. You have offered a dana. Then you can remember, oh, I offered those curries. I offered those foods. Likewise, you can memorize those perceptions. How can you memorize those perceptions? All those perceptions already you stored in your mind. That's why you can remember, you can memorize all those things stored in your mind. The mental perceptions, every time mental perceptions comes through mental objects. Mental objects. That mental objects may be the previous things, maybe present thing also, present mental objects also, can make mental perceptions. Are you clear this?
Okay, much merits, Mariana. It was very clear, and the entire presentation was also, or the talk was also extremely clear. Much merits for arranging this and delivering it. Sadhu, sadhu.
Super.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Venerable Manian Vahansa, I was so happy to hear the Dhamma sermon delivered by you. I think this is the first time I'm listening to a English Dhamma sermon delivered by Manian Vahansa. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Manian Vahansa, I would like to know, as you said, advised in the sermon, that you said like practicing these five
Aggregates.
aggregates, yeah, continuously practice it, and then and throughout the lifetime, and then one day you will feel like come to say the truth. So so is it like how would it happen? The ultimate is that through some sort of a visualization or some sort of a feeling, or may I please I just really appreciate if you can explain a little bit of that.
Yes, yes.
Sadhu, sadhu.
Yeah. Sure, very good question. You will come to how to say, you will come to the conclusion with the experiences. When you practice day by day, as a whole life, you can practice this part. Then when you realize the complete understanding, and when you realize the truth, you may feel that, not only feeling, you may get experience through your meditation. Not only we know all the things, we know there is no I, no me, just only five khandha already you know now, but you will get that beautiful idea and beautiful thing via your meditation experiences. Then you know, oh, I have already overcome those defilements. Now I can see there is no person, just mind and body arise and cease, that's all. Just only five khandhas arise and cease, that's all. You will realize these things through your meditation. Then you know how did you overcome the sakkaya ditthi, vicikiccha and silabbata paramasa. Likewise, you will realize and you will experience through your meditation. Then you know the real idea, and then you know, I am in the path, I practice those things and I realize those things. You will get clear idea of it after that. Are you okay? Are you clear?
Sadhu, 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 Manian Vahansa. It is like Manian Vahansa, how do we know into what extent that we should be practicing? Is it like with every thought, every object? Could you please explain on that, please? Sadhu,
Yes,
sadhu, sadhu.
yes, yes. Extent is you have to practice in your day-to-day life. Whatever you do, whatever activity, you have to see this reality. Because if not, you may cling onto the five khandhas. You may cling onto five khandhas. That's why we should have to keep continuous practice. We should have to keep continuous practicing until we reach blissful nibbana. When you attain blissful nibbana, you know this is the end. This is the end. Now, no more to do for me. This is the end. But until come to that conclusion, you have to keep practicing every moment. Every moment. But you may feel, how can I do that with every moment, with every activities? You may feel it is so difficult, but you have to put your effort, and you have to do that as much as possible you can. It means your whole life become a meditation. Meditation is your life. Life is meditation. You cannot divide, this is my life, this is my meditation. You can't divide it to two parts. It become a one part. Until come to that one part, you have to keep practicing your meditation. You have to keep practicing these trainings until you come to the one point.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Much merits for many enhances.
Okay, thank you.
So we'll end there.
Sure. Yeah.
Would you like to share the merits?
You can do that.
You can do that. You do that. It's your thing.
That's nice. You will do. We could even
Okay.
say, yeah.
Okay, so we'll share the merits. Akasatta ca bhummatta devanaga mahitika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkantu loka sasanam. Akasatta ca bhummatta devanaga mahitika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkantu desanam. Akasatta ca bhummatta devanaga mahitika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkantu mam paranti. Ittavata ca ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ittavata ca ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ittavata ca ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya.